Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Ooh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I wanna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Corsicana, Texas. What's up, Dallas Fort Worth? What's up, Houston, Texas? Welcome back to the show. Another beautiful Tuesday afternoon, and we are the Burning Coals Podcast. We are your show hosts. I go by the name of Mr. Know-It-All Reactions. Right there on the top of me, right there by the logo, the man, the myth, the legend. He goes by the Bougie Weirdo. Give it up. Right up on the Bougie Weirdo, we got the first lady of Burning Coals Podcast. She goes by the name of Educated Queen. Give it up. Coming into the show, we have another beautiful woman. Her name is B Love. Get up for B Love. And also, our number one guy, the man, the myth, the legend. He goes by the name of Gentleman Jamal. Give it up for Gentleman Jamal. So we are your show hosts tonight. We go by the name of the Burning Coals Podcast. Here is where we have fire interviews. We have hot topics. We have burning questions, serious conversations, and we say what needs to be said on this show. So give it up for another round of applause for the Burning Coals Podcast. Now, we do have on the show here, you want to have a comment, you want to put a comment onto the show, we have a comment section that's available. You can definitely input your comment there. You want to, ask a question, give a shout out. You want to, say something, or we'll definitely be able to put your comments and everything. We'll be able to put it on the screen, and we'll definitely read it as well. Now, if you want to be able to come on to the show, we do have a platform at the top. You'll see we have a Facebook platform, and we also have a YouTube platform. Both of them are streams. And if you want to come on to the show, fire off your questions. You can want to give a shout out, or if you want to say B Love, you want say. I'm sorry. If you want to say B Dub, that plaque that you got going on, man, that thing is show fire, man. Where I need to get one at, you can definitely go and holler at B Dub, and he'll definitely let you know where to get everything at. All right. So that being said, before we get started on this beautiful Tuesday, the panel B Dub, EQ. When Gentleman Jamal and B Love get on, man, we'll talk with them as well. But how you guys doing tonight on this Tuesday night?
Oh, ladies first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first. All right. It's your girl, First Lady EQ. I'm good. I'm above ground and not beneath. It's been a great day, and I'm just ready to dive into what we're going to be talking about tonight.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's good, EQ. You looking nice. You looking lovely over there. Look like you smell like some like
bro.
Okay. You got you. Yeah. Oh, this is this the day after Easter kind of moment here, or what? What is this? What are we doing?
Afrocentric, little eclectic, whatever. just for something for now. I went to go work out, so trying to do. Yeah, we talked about that generational health, and it resonated in my spirit. So I was like, let me get a change. So yeah.
Right. B Dub, how you doing over there, my guy?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
Dub, it looked like you over there finna host a WWE match or something. Is that a heavyweight belt in the background?
Nah, that's the sign. Remember, I had sent y'all the link.
I like that.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
I painted it. It was just like regular wood color, but I painted it gold to give it a little extra.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it just put like another pop to the to your backdrop there, man. So it looked really, really nice, professional, man. It does. I enjoy it a lot.
One of these days, I'm gonna have an official backdrop, and it ain't gonna keep changing every other week.
It's gonna say B Dubs. Fine.
All right.
But you know what? Me on the other end, I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain at all, man. Today was a beautiful day for some reason.
Yes, it was.
Pretty outside. The weather was nice.
Lovely.
It wasn't. This Texas weather, it's still on and off though. Even though it's a springtime, but it's still on and off. It'll still be cold one minute and hot the next.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm trying not to complain because in the when it start getting hot, when it start getting super hot outside, we gonna wish that it was kind of chilly and that it was kind of cool or whatever, man. So I can't complain at all. G
Wait a
man,
minute.
what's up with
Hold
it?
up. Well. Look what the wind blew in. Finally back from Oak Cliff, Texas.
No, I'm still out of town.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Say, man, we
I'm-
understand. We know how it is. You ain't got to dodge your child support, man. We know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep running.
I know that's right.
They'll have to find me.
I know that's right.
you got to come hunt you down, huh?
Yeah, you got to take it in blood, baby.
Huh? So, G man, what's been happening with you, man? What's going on with you on this Tuesday night, my guy?
Oh man, just another beautiful day. Weather's nice out here. It's cold in the mornings, but it warms up in the afternoon pretty nicely. But
Yeah,
glad to be here, man. It's glad to be here.
yeah. You still in are you still in Colonel Sanders' territory out that way?
Yeah, I'm still out that way.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you know what? That's gonna roll right into the topic we're gonna have a discussion about today. So today we're talking about some different current events, and we're gonna definitely rock and roll with it. So let's talk about it.
Talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Ooh, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I wanna talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you guys see what we talking about. We talking about trending current events. That's like different hot topics that's been going on around the world. So we decided we're gonna do it a little bit different today. So now notice you see in capital letter it says rent eve. Now the way this economy is going, and with the different topics that we're gonna talk about today, man, it looked like we on the eve of paying rent and whatever because this look like the American dollar's getting ready to fail. Look like Donald Trump is telling all, you name it, we're gonna have a discussion about it today. All right, but you notice, like I said, rent and eve. We on the eve of paying rent. But the first topic we're gonna talk about, we're gonna address today. G-Man said he is in Kentucky. So that was an event that transpired in Louisville, Kentucky. I believe it was either yesterday or the day before, but there was a situation. There was another active shooter that transpired in Louisville, Kentucky. There was a bank. I believe 5 or 6 people end up losing their lives, including the shooter. But the shooter, here's the twist of it. The shooter used to work at the bank, and he was fired. He was terminated from the bank. And I don't know if he put a manifesto out there or whatnot, whatever, but he had mentioned something he was talking to people saying that he was going to come back and take care of business at the bank, allegedly that's what he had said. So 5 or 6 people end up losing their life, including a gunman. But this is like the second or third active shooter situation that's transpired inside of the last 2 or 3 weeks now. And the body count, it seemed like it's going up with these active shooters or whatever. So the question to you guys is this: how do you guys feel about this situation with this bank situation with this gunman that was terminated from the job? And with the active shooter situation at the bank. Do you guys think that this event that transpired with this situation could have been prevented? Is there could it been prevented, or could they took some other kind of measures to stop this from happening? Especially if this guy's reaching out to people about how frustrated he was with the with how he was fired and terminated from the bank. What how you guys feel about that situation there?
Well, it's personal. It's personal. It's not a. Well, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like it's something personal. We don't know the nature of his firing and stuff like that, or his or hers. I don't know if they said it was a male or a female, but anyway, because all I heard was gunman. So, but anyway, It's personal. We don't know, like I said, why he was fired or why she was fired. But yes, it could have been handled a different way. I mean, if you were wrong, if you violated company policy, whatever, 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 then hey, you the rule is you get terminated or whatever. We don't know if he was on his last straw or what. But for you to just go back to the place of employment, and shoot people, I don't know what their working relationships were like, but for you to just go back and just kill people because you mad or whatever, no, then you out of line for that. But like I said, I don't know what the relationship between him and his colleagues or her and her colleagues was. So like you said, we don't know the nature of this whole incident. We just know person was fired. They, made a statement, I'm gonna come back, shoot this up, and then, supposedly he got into a shootout with the police and
Right,
subsequently he died. So we just don't know.
right. B Dub, what you finna say, B Dub?
Well, first of all, y'all gotta relax. He was white, okay?
Oh yeah.
So we can
You
rest
was? Yeah.
assured that this is an isolated incident,
Yeah.
that there's nothing to be in arms about.
Mm-mm.
He probably was having mental issues, and so everything's fine. So we should just move
But
on.
the news made it since when, maybe I missed something. Since when did killing 4 or 5 people become a mass shooting? Because that's all I kept hearing, mass shooting. And I'm thinking mass shooting is 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 people. So I mean, is there a difference in, I mean, if that's the case, Chicago has mass shootings every day.
I believe it's like but different statutes is different is totally different when it comes to mass. Some people, some cities might say, or some states might say it's 2 or more. Some say 3 or more. You know what I mean? As long as it's more than one individual, they can try to connect the dots with saying it's a mass shooting. But like I said, different states have different statutes about the word mass. You see what I'm saying? Some of them, so you got you'll have some states saying mass. Some people say, like if you got like 5 or 6 or 7 more, some states say that's a gang. You see what I'm saying? So the terminology is kind of different. That's the difference or whatever. So that's the reason why they're trying to connect the dots. But B Dub has said something that's pretty. Oh well, G Man, how do you feel about, before we go this route with B Dub, what B Dub said? G Man, what you think about the whole situation with the gunman out there in Louisville, Kentucky?
That's a good point about, you say statutes differ on what is a mass shooting. This was definitely a mass shooting by any state's measure. I think it was 5 killed, 8 injured, something like that. That's definitely a mass shooting. Can you prevent mass shootings? There are things you can do to help prevent mass shootings in certain situations. Maybe schools or something like that. Maybe you can. There are certain. We'll get this topic another day. But a situation like that, if somebody want to come to their job and just open fire, there's not a lot you can do about that.
Right.
I mean, by the time you figure it out, in most cases, too late. Now, sometimes they'll threaten and post and whatever. And this guy, he apparently live streamed it. The action. But I mean, you already live streaming, it's already too late to stop it, to prevent it. I mean, I don't think he put it anywhere, hey, I'm finna go to the bank this time, this date, and shoot up the place. But unfortunately, that's just the time we in.
Right.
Obviously people are trying to figure out what changed. I mean, we didn't have these mass shootings back in the 40s and 50s, not to the scale that I'm aware of. There has been a shift. I don't know what. We can speculate on what, but it seems like every week or every other week there's some kind of mass shooting, school shooting, church shooting, some kind of incident like this, and that's unfortunate. But thoughts and prayers, condolences go out to all the people that were affected by that. I was right on that same block. That's like a pretty popular area. I was the day before, that weekend before, which this happened yesterday. Right. I was there. I think it was Saturday. I was right there. It was right by the Louisville factory baseball factory, and I actually got a bat from there. So I was on that block like that day before, or 2 days before. So it was crazy to see it.
Right. Right.
But anyway, yeah. So anyway, like I said, condolences, prayers go out to those that are killed and those that are still injured and fighting. Tragic situation.
Right, right. I agree with that 1,000%, G man. Very well said. But here's the thing, though. Bougie Weirdo just made my brains kind of go there. But when you see a bunch of black people that get killed in a setting 5 or more, they'll never connect the dots with saying it's a mass shooting or mental illness is connected the dots to it. But when you see this white male that goes inside of a bank and kill white people or kill people, whatever they want to say is mental health involved in this whole thing. And how can you like why is it that when it happens to a large amount of black people that get killed, there's no mental issues going on with it? It's always, we just got 5 black people, 6 black people done died in drive-by shooting. They won't say it's mental illness that's connected to it or it's a mass shooting or whatever, man. They just kind of say we chalk it up to gang related and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? G-Man, B-Dub?
Well, if they do that, then people might get the wrong idea and start to think that we're all human beings and we actually all are the same. So
Okay.
there's that.
Uh-huh.
Mass shooting sounds a little bit better than a gang shooting or a drive-by. So, you got to pick the appropriate terminology for what agenda you're trying to push.
right, B-Dub. But ain't that weird, though? But, G-Man, ain't that kind of strange, though, where it can be the same thing? You can have 5 or 6 black people that's sitting, just getting their lives taken by a gunman, and they'll want to connect the dots and say that it is, they won't say nothing about mental illness. They won't say anything about being a mass shooting. It's just 5 black people just lost their life, and like B-Dub said or whatever, man, they want to push the narrative saying that it's gang related, or they don't want to look at us as being human beings or whatever. How you feel about that? What B-Dub just said? You on mute, G-Man.
It's no different than when you have a large number of black people affected by the crack cocaine versus opioids to white people. See how they label it differently? It's no
Opioid
different.
sound better. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the opioid crisis or whatever, when it was black, is, I think it was the crack epidemic. And then, when it's the opioid, it's a crisis. Like it's almost like, they couldn't help themselves. And like, and when crack was, it was like, oh, they just chosen. So, they word stuff like that differently. They do it on purpose, obviously. It's all propaganda. And you just got to recognize it and play past it. It's no different. It's the way the media portrays it.
Right. EQ. What do you think about that, EQ? EQ, what do you think about that as far as like, when it comes to, a group of black people getting killed versus a group of white people getting killed, it's gang related. There's no mental health issue when it's done. We do it to each other. But if somebody of color do it to another somebody, if somebody white do it to somebody white, like the situation, in Louisville, then this guy got mental issues and it's called mass shooting to sound better. How do you feel about about the narrative being taken? How they flip the narrative when it comes to us?
Well, first of all, I'm not surprised, and they always want to make it seem as if you know, black people don't suffer from mental illness. And I think, we probably suffer from mental illness as a race of people more so than anybody because
Right.
of the things that, we've gone through. We've experienced and seen life through a different lens than our white counterparts or our Hispanic counterparts and whatever. So, it's always going to be the narrative that the brother or the sister is the bad guy. When they shoot another, when they shoot anybody, we're always seen as the bad guy or the thug or whatever. That's the stereotype and the racism and the even the classism that we experience as a race of people. Is it right? No. Okay, can do most people that go out and shoot people, do they suffer from some sort of mental illness? Probably so, because if you just want to go take somebody's life because you mad because you got fired, yeah, something wrong with you. Something is seriously wrong with you.
I
Because
agree.
we'll take that firing and be like, man, forget y'all. I'm finna go get some unemployment, some food stamps. I'm finna go hustle, whatever. See, we know how to survive, but and we know what it's like to live without status, without a title or whatever. We've been well trained on survival, and some of us just want to live to see another day, fired or not. But that's just the narrative they push on us. Is it right? Like I said, no, it's not. But at the end of the day, I mean, are we expecting anything different?
Right, right. And I agree with you, EQ. When it comes to us in a situation like that or whatever, we're expected to be able to work through our our situations. Like if we get terminated from a job, they feel, some of these people feel like, oh, y'all, that's y'all can deal with it. Y'all can endure this or whatever, man. We're
Right,
not we with us, we can't have um that crutch called mental
right,
illness. We're not
right,
supposed to have that. You see what I'm saying? And
right.
not and but we're like you said, B Dub, we are human beings as well. And
Absolutely.
we with the stuff that we have to endure on a regular, on a day-to-day basis, we like you said, EQ, we do have an issue and struggle with mental illness, but it's just not brought out. And if it is brought out, who's going to do anything about it? Where do we
There's
go to go and get help for that, for mental
right.
illness?
And
You
see,
know what I'm saying?
there's no outrage, there's no outcry or no resources or support for mental illness in our communities, when the issues that we suffer from, which causes the mental illness, were created by the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? Or society or whatever. So how are you going to oppress people in one regard or one aspect of life and then say, well, well, just get over it or get a job or do better? Well, how do we go about doing better? How do we go about, healing for mental illness? And that's where we got to learn how to work together, come up with some type of solution or some kind of way to say, hey, you know what? We dealing with these problems. I may not have the answers or I may not have the solutions, but let me go find somebody who can help us. But see, we got to learn how to work together like that, because we can't expect them to do it. I mean, because they don't care. Like Michael Jackson said, all I want to say is that they don't really care about us, and they don't. That's why they push these narratives. That's why they make us look like the enemy or the bad guy or whatever. That's why you have all these means to keep us down, to keep us oppressed, and all this kind of stuff, to hold us back, to hold us down. We got to rise above it and learn how to work together in some way, shape, form, or fashion.
Right, right, right. So what we're gonna definitely do, we'll definitely send our condolences. We'll say, hey, thoughts and prayers are with the
Oh yeah,
victims of the Louisville bank shooting. It was definitely a senseless shooting, and our thoughts and prayers are with the families and with people that lost their lives and their community in Louisville as well, because nobody wants to see that transpire. And we definitely would say, uh, you know, we got to make sure that we have to do what we need to do to make sure that our communities are definitely safe from people like this. If somebody's reaching out to you in a situation where they feel like their back is up against the wall and they reaching out to you, about doing something that's going to be as dramatic as this, then yeah, we gotta do what we need to do to try to help them out. And if you got to get the authorities or somebody involved in before this stuff started happening, then you have to definitely do it. Uh, every minute counts, every second count. Don't just stand by and just don't do nothing. Do something about it, because this active shooter stuff, it seems like it's getting worse by the minute. Every day that goes by, somebody is sitting there planning the next shooting to go and destroy lives, whatever. So let's get this under control. Y'all hear that? Who's that? Hold on. That's not me. Stand by. Let
You
me get
sure
the
that
correct.
ain't you?
Hold on. I don't know.
We're on mute, so that's got to be you.
Yep.
That's on me.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Let me see. Hold on.
Come on, Mr. Old School Reactions.
Right.
Right.
I don't know what that's all about. I apologize for that.
Come on, DJ
So,
Greg Street. Yeah.
so here's what we're gonna do. So since we're still talking about the current events, the rent eve, whatever, we're gonna get into this next segment. All right. The next segment we're gonna discuss it is the BRICS. It is the BRICS, the BRICS. Now the BRICS, and that stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa.
South Africa. Yep.
So BRICS, they had come together, they had joined together to come up with their own currency. G-Man, you're looking puzzled there, my guy. So BRICS, they said they're gonna come together and join together and come up with their own currency, and that they're no longer want to do business, or the United States dollar has been weakened over across seas or whatnot. So they came up together, they joined forces against the United States to go ahead and say, you know what, we no longer want to that the American dollar, we don't want to, that dollar is no good over here. It's been weakened, and so United States is basically left holding the bag with saying, "Hey, look, trying to find ways to get this thing back on hand or whatever." But they're saying sometimes right around in the summertime when it goes full lunch that the dollar's going to pretty much be worthless. So, how do you guys feel about the situation that's going on with BRICS? Do you think BRICS is going to have an effect on United States soil? Will the powers that be that's joining forces together, will they be able to become superpower to where the United States of America, is going to pretty much crumble because of this? Do you guys think anything's going to happen with that?
Um, I think it's gonna have an indirect effect. I don't think it's gonna directly affect America because how our currency circulates, it doesn't really affect that. But it's going to affect companies who operate U.S. companies that operate outside of the U.S. because it is going to weaken the dollar. So it's like, okay, now you have to decide if you want to convert the money into U.S. dollars or leave it into whatever country, whatever denomination it is. So I think inadvertently it's going to have an
Right.
indirect effect, but I don't think it's going to have a direct effect, if that makes sense.
Right.
And I want to clear something up too. A lot of people think, okay, because of BRICS and because of all this that's going on, it's not like if they launch this digital currency on July 1st or whenever, that the US dollar is going to just disappear on July the 2nd. Doesn't work like that. It's going to take time. It's going to take probably some years, because it's not going to like stop the flow of money. Oh, you can't use cash at Walmart for the 4th of July. No, it doesn't happen like that. Like B-Dub said, yes, it's going to affect companies. It may affect like our stores. We may be paying higher prices, whatever. But y'all, the money ain't going to disappear just like that. I've been hearing a lot about telling people to spend cash, and all this, that, and the third. I mean, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. We just got to be prepared. They're telling people, "Oh, don't live above your means." Well, you should be doing that anyway. Not living above
Right,
your means. You should be budgeting your money anyway. You know what I'm
right.
saying? You shouldn't let anything, tragic or crazy like this happen. So, just stock up, stack up.
Right. Well, but they're saying, can you guys hear me? Am I coming in pretty clear? What they're saying is, they're saying that, if the United States dollar, if it started weakening, and with this new currency that they have, they're saying that these people that's overseas, these nations that's doing this new currency, since they're going to be strong, that they're going to be able to come to United States and pretty much buy up all the property because their money is more stronger than the United States dollar. That's the word that's been going on around there.
But that's the case.
Go ahead.
If they are rich and they can do that now, they don't have to roll over the currency. I mean, you got foreigners coming up here buying land right now. They've been doing it. I mean, so why we gotta wait till this federal digital whatever rolls out? I mean, they've been coming over buying land, buying up goods, and even sending them back home and money and I mean, if that's the case, go look in the hood. On every corner you see a foreign owned store, beauty supply store. I was at Jenny's last weekend, and y'all, I couldn't believe what I was looking at. I don't think she's keeping that money to help our communities, but we are the biggest supporters of her establishment, or of her hair salon, or whatever it is, hair supply store. You might well say grocery supply, because it's got everything in there. I mean, so I mean, they've been here.
Right. But you guys don't see something wrong with this. Well, you don't see how much hate they really have for the United States of America, the dollar, because we talking about 5 countries: Russia, Brazil, India, China, South Africa. For them to have that animosity, that much hate for United States of America and the dollar, that they were willing to unite and form Voltron on us and to try to get rid of these people. Say, hey, no,
G-Man, know it all sound like he's scared, like he finna go hide underground or something. Man, calm down. Man. You come stay in my house if you that scared, man. Golly, we loaded over here, but you know,
listen, it's just for me to see these people just form this super economic type of force that you got going on or whatever. Something just don't sit right with that.
That's
man.
What you get for talking about them folks celebrating Easter, scary. No, so you should have been celebrating white Jesus. So now you're scared. G-Man, I'm just itching to hear what you got to say, because
G-Man, have you heard anything about BRICS, man? What you know about it?
If you so afraid of it, Mr. Lord, I'll just go ahead and give me all your cash.
Okay, I'm trying to tell you.
Hold on, we're gonna talk about something else too that's connected to that. So we're gonna connect the dots. Matter of fact, Brittany Simone, thank you for joining the show. Appreciate you for joining the show. Here's what she's reading. She says, before BRICS or anything international can crumble the U.S., it will be Fed now that is a direct effect on U.S. citizens. Now, listen. I'm glad that she put that out there, whatever, as far as like Fed now. All right. So what a coincidence. Now let's put this together. Okay. I don't know. Don't try to make it seem like I'm a conspiracy theorist, because I'm not. But stuff to me, when you sit back and just look at a lot of this stuff, you gotta try to connect the dots. How is it that Fed now, they are pretty much in control of how money is going to be funneled electronically? They basically wiped out Zelle. They're going to wipe out Zelle. They're going to wipe out Cash App. And then, by the way, the guy who was the owner of Cash App, they found him dead. What? About last week or whatever. Allegedly. Oh, no, I don't know. It's been reported that he's been
dead. You better hush for they unalive your butt.
So, now all of a sudden, everything all the money and currency is going to be funneled through Fed now. Fed now has complete control of how you're going to do business on your apps. Everything has to be funneled through Fed now. How do you guys feel about that? Because there's pros and there's going to be cons with every situation, with everything that we do.
Okay,
go ahead.
Your money has been traced for a long time. Your movements have been tracked and traced for a long time. There's nothing we do that is untraceable or not traceable, whatever. So, I mean, what can we do about it? I mean, if that's the case, what'd she say? Okay. Well, anyway, so I mean, if they want to go on they proved it with these banks going offline a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago, where Bank of America had a glitch in their system, where Wells Fargo had a glitch in their system. I mean, see, they give us hints of what's going to happen, right, and we can't stop it. Why? Because we don't have the power to. So I mean, we already know this is coming. We knew it was coming, and I don't think it's so much that they hate the U.S. or whatever. It's just the powers that be. This is all about power, greed, money, it, oil, gas, whatever. It's been in the works. We knew it. This is how. And then if we go to war, we know wars make money. So hey, it is. It's inevitable. And let me read this comment from Brooklyn Betty. She said the U.S. is always meddling. Of course, other nations will take pleasure. Of course, yeah, we are the laughing stock of the world. I mean, look who we got. At the top. I'm gonna say that. Look who we got leading the flock. But you alive anyway. Why you scared? Get on camera, show your face. You scared you gonna get unalived? I'm just playing, but
EQ, you saying you might be on to something, EQ, but this does seem like it's a move with this Fed now that they're trying to counter, with everybody, because if everybody got to go through with Fed now with how they handle money, like you said, that's how that's how the government can actually make money off everybody using this particular app and stuff like that. And it does sound like it's going to be countering the whole BRICS movement.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, look, most banks are FDIC insured, so you already know they've been watching your money, honey. Now you got the IRS monitoring Cash App. Now I think I heard something where they trying to make you report those earnings to Cash App. I mean to the IRS. So you can run, but you can't hide. It is what it is. Put you some gold in the backyard. I don't know what to tell you.
G-Man, what you got, man? You laughing?
G-Man is killing himself laughing. G-Man said, I'm sick of y'all.
What you got?
Child, y'all these 10-4 koofies, boy.
Lord, are you making me want to go smoke a cigarette? You got me nervous for what I don't know.
Now we'll be able to come back 5-6 years from now and say, I'm telling you, we were talking about that. That's what we said.
And they're gonna be listening to us say that too, like they are now.
As EQ said, the feds have already. Everybody think if you don't listen, they know movement, how money moves. They know who is sending it. They already know. They already been tracking it. This is nothing new, and this BRIC stuff is that's a nothing. That's a non-factor. The United States, as we know, will disrupt any type of coalition that anybody would form to try to destroy it. It's a capitalist nation, so anything that disrupts the flow of money or our access to it, they will do something to undermine it. The United States has a history of doing that. That ain't gonna stop with BRICS. This BRICS thing is a non-factor. Again, stuff like this instills fear. This affects how you spending money, how you use money. As you see now, people, oh my God, all right, give it to me then. Give it to me, because it's not, the US dollar is not going anywhere, right? You don't become a superpower by running and ducking, diving from 4 or 5 different little countries coming together talking about we Voltron and we finna take you down. That's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. And this Fed now stuff, the Feds already know everything. They know everything. Y'all talk more to your phones, listen, they know everything.
Right.
So people say, they already know everything. They don't need you to do nothing else. They got you. They stamped you with a social security number. That's your tracking number.
Right.
So,
well, don't y'all take my little coins, because I ain't got that much. No, I'm just playing.
They're not gonna take no more than they've been taking. They're gonna take
right. That's why I said I'm not worried. I'm not scared at all.
They can do a lot of things to take some more money out, get some more money out your back. So it's all to do about nothing.
Right. Well, I just with all this stuff that's going on with Fed now and with BRICS, I don't know, man. This whole thing just kind of, it just seemed like there's something that's going on. It's like a trick. It's like what you call that little trick called 3-card Monty. That's what it seemed like to me, man. You know, there's something that's going on. There's a lot of people that's involved in this whole thing. Everybody that's on the people that's watching this, that's in the audience, these other countries and all that, they in on the three-card money trick, including the United
Always
States
been
who's
the
playing the
case.
game, huh?
That's the country you have. That's always been your country. This is
Right,
nothing.
most definitely, most definitely. So it got the three-card money type of effect to me, and for some reason, man, it is this whole thing. It just feel like there's some type of big thing that's going on right around the corner, and it might end up to a war that's going to end up happening, transpiring because
That's
of some of the goofy stuff that's going on. We be making some horrible decisions out here, man. What you think?
throw it out,
Yeah.
man. Take your Valium tonight, okay? Take your Valium. It's something else I would tell you to do. Just find you some baby oil, some lotion, hey, and go to bed. I said,
Whoa, wait a minute.
I mean, I'm just saying, you
Whoa.
nervous, bro. Calm down. Make you a pot of coffee or something. I don't know what to tell you, but
Hey, this is
ner-
but this is good dialogue, man. We putting out some
no,
good
I'm
information
just
now.
messing with you,
Yeah,
y'all. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make you laugh, but
yeah,
we're gonna be okay.
all right. So we go roll into the next segment. Now we got to talk about this Donald Trump situation. All right. So Donald Trump.
Free DT.
So Donald Trump has been arrested, and he is now sitting inside. Well, I don't know if he's still in jail or whatever, but he was definitely in jail, and they are questioning him and interrogating him about some hush money that he had given to is this lady, was she a porn star or was she a model or something like that? She was something. All right. And just listening to the interview that has been released from news media and the press, Donald Trump is basically trying to connect the dots and saying that he feels and believes that he has been set up and these people are coming after him because he's trying to run again as the Republican for the president of the United States. And he's saying that, all of a sudden now they want to come out and, make these allegations against him about hush money and all this other, things that the bad nasty thing that's coming out about him. And he's saying that he feels like that the Democrats and everybody, all these people are coming together to kind of come after him for running for president to stop him from actually running. How do you guys feel about everything that's going on with Mr. Donald Trump? Because a whole lot of stuff that he's saying that he's been bringing out thus far, it's like he owns something. It's like they want this guy to be quiet because I really believe and feel that, he is talking too much about what's going on and they really want to keep this guy quiet and silence because he has been doing the same thing they've been doing, but he's pretty much been vocal about it, and he's just giving away all the different secrets that they have been discussing that they don't want nobody to know, and he's basically telling it on them. How you guys feel about all that? B Dub, you on mute, B Dub.
Any of y'all have a family member? A lot of families have that one family member. Typically, is an uncle or cousin, whoever, that they're just really they don't have a sense of boundary, so they just kind of say stuff and put stuff out there and don't even realize it. I think that's Donald Trump, but only difference is I think he knows exactly what he's doing. What I mean by that, the Republicans, they love Donald Trump. He was one of them. But what they didn't realize, they thought, in their mind, nobody's above the party. That's how it's always been. Well, they ain't never met nobody like Donald Trump before, because his ego and his narcissism runs deep within, and he feels like he's above the party. So far above that once they turned on him, or some of them did, most of them still support him, but some of them turned on him, and the Democrats were, coming at him. He like, y'all coming at me, I tell everything. That's how much he don't care. Donald Trump will do whatever. Donald Trump, I don't know this man. I'm not in his head, in his heart. I personally don't think he is racist or a bigot, but I do think, and I did not vote for him because he was willing to lean that way in order to bring another demographic into the pool to get their vote. And I don't think that was cool. I think it did a lot of damage, empowering that element of people. On the flip side, financially, for me personally, he's a good president for me, you know. And so, but he comes from that world of ego and everything's about him. Like, this guy literally puts his name on every single thing that he owns. Like, who does that? Nobody puts their name on every single piece of property or business that they own but Donald Trump. So when the Democrats came at him and when some of his own people turned on him, he's like, all right, that's what we're doing. Watch this. And he started exposing everything. So now they don't know what to do. Republicans don't know what to do with him. Democrats don't know what to say to him. So it just is what it is. And as far as people trying to stop him from running, as it is right now, I mean, things could always change. But as it is right now, with what he's being charged with, even if he gets convicted, he can still run for president. So I don't know. The only thing you can really do to stop him from becoming president is don't vote for him.
Right. Can't be worse than Biden.
Absolutely not. And I'm gonna say this is gonna sound crazy as hell.
You ain't lying.
I give him a vote this time.
I will too.
Well, here's the thing though. You know, you can't blame him because how Biden and Harris, how they pretty much, you know, running the country. And, you know, a lot of people have been really, really frustrated how everything has been ran, you know, with the prices of, you know, the inflation of gas and food and you know, they are targeting, you know, they're pretty much just, you know, just the whole country has been just almost like on autopilot. You know what I mean? And that's just not how you want to be able to try to get another term in to try to get reelected. You don't want to, you know, try to run the country that way. There's been a whole lot of turmoil that's going on, and then, you know, it seems like, you know, with Biden and Harris, in order for them, they're trying. You can see the different games, and I ain't gonna say games, but you can see the different, you know, agendas that they're trying to you know, be a part of just to get back reelected. You remember that? You remember the one time where they were involved with the whole Brittany Griner thing? All right, remember that whole thing they pushed with that agenda? You know, because they at the time, you know, they were, you know, making some horrible decisions or whatever. So that Brittany Griner thing, they used that to kind of catapult the Americans to actually push the vote them. And then, you know, everything that transpired with the there was another situation that had happened, you know, with up under their watch. Oh yeah, I believe it had something to do with LGBTQ as well. They had did something with that. So it's just a whole bunch of things that they're trying to do to get the American public to get back in there and get back in good grace with the American public, with the American people. And to be honest with you, I think it's pretty much sold out and played out because I don't believe they've done enough to actually be able to get another term. That's just how I feel about it. What you got? What you think about that, EQ?
I personally think neither one of them need another term. That's just my personal opinion. And, you know, Chucks and Pearl, she was all hyped up when she first, you know, won the election and this, that, and the third. But now we ain't heard from Sis. And so, you know, Sis ain't got my vote. She didn't have my vote. I'll be straight up honest with you. It pissed off a lot of people in my family, my friends, because I did vote for Donald Trump. And, you know, hey, it's not like we had a whole lot to work with, but, you know, it's like voting for the lesser of two evils. So, but look at where we are today versus where we were when Donald Trump took office. There's a huge difference. And if we can't see that as people, then you walking blind. So that's just my opinion though, you know, but hey, I get both of them. out of office.
G-Man, you finna add something on that, my guy?
No, I just think that even the fact that we're having this discussion about Trump, that the sitting administration has done such a piss poor job that that's even a viable option. That just goes to show you the level of, poor performance that the administration that's sitting in office currently has done. It's pathetic. So,
Yeah, they
now,
really have.
like I say, I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for Biden either. But I'm just saying, as to what as Booty said, if you look at the economy, it was definitely a lot better when Trump was in office. To me personally, take from it what you will. Do vote, however you want to vote. But I'm just saying, he can't be any worse than Biden. Biden and Chucks and Pearls have done absolutely nothing. And I will take anybody on the show and come on and argue that point.
Well, they just doing what Obama did as well, because he didn't really do much neither. So let's just be 1,000%.
Up in that mug.
Who?
Eric Mays.
EQ, you out of order. You are out of order talking that way. You don't talk that way. Yep, you are out.
I'll take Eric Mays over Biden.
Man, I would too. I would too. Yep, I would too. B-Dub, you got to say something, my guy.
Nah, I'm just listening. But yeah, I didn't. EQ's, talked about voting for the lesser of two evils, and see, I felt like I did that in 2016. I voted for Hillary. I didn't want to, but at that particular time, I felt like it was a lesser of two evils. But so this 2020, I wasn't doing that, so I didn't vote for neither. I voted for some of the local stuff, but I did not vote for either candidate nationally, because I'm past the lesser of the two evils. If it ain't nobody worth, that's like going to a dealership and you don't find the car you want, and you say, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna buy this old Honda Civic since they ain't got nothing else." Like, nah, I'm gonna wait till they get what I want. When there's a candidate that I feel like is worth being president, then I vote for him.
I agree.
Like I said, if Trump, having that 4-year sample size, again, I don't agree with some of the tactics that he used to get elected, but what he did as a president, if he do continue to run in 2024, unless somebody better that just blows me away, he's probably gonna get my vote.
Man, I'm on it. I'm on the energy. I want something for my vote. Give me something. Give me give me some reparations or something like that or whatever. But I'm done voting for nothing. We ain't gonna get what have we got from any of these votes from voting? We ain't got nothing. So in order you want my vote, you gotta give me something. I'm just not going to them polls, burning my gas, going to go and vote for some. I'm basically going to vote for somebody that's going to do absolutely nothing in my best interest. I'm not voting no more. I'm just done. Get me something. I want something for my vote. I'm tired of voting.
They gave you fish nuggets and collard greens or something.
So I have a question.
That's no lie. That's no lie. They had a fish nugget or collard green, something kind of.
I got a question. So what exactly do you want in return for your vote? I mean,
hey, let's talk about, let's talk about, somebody really, really, really want to say, let's get some reparations for our people. How about coming up with a hate bill, for Black Americans, whatever, that's getting involved with these unjustified police shootings. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can definitely, say, hey, this is what we're going to do, and this is what I'm going to do, and actually go by and do it to get the people to put a candidate that's going to get your vote to vote for them. You see what I'm saying? Give me something. Don't just tell me. Don't tell me you're gonna do this and do that, and then you get your term in, and you ain't doing this and doing that, and then want us to reelect you. You see what I'm saying? Don't do that. No, I want something for my vote. I'm tired
Yeah,
of
if
voting.
you don't vote for me, you ain't black.
Right.
I'm not hearing that.
That's what we
Hell
got
no.
from Biden.
Right. Nah, man, I'm not doing that. Nah, give me something for my vote. So I'm not doing it. But hey, you guys, we thank you guys for joining the Burning Coals podcast. We're gonna have one more subject we're gonna talk about, and then we're gonna go to a conclusion for the night. But we want to thank you guys for joining the Burning Coals podcast. We on live every Tuesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on YouTube. Make sure you share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let everybody know exactly where to go for nice fire content. So we have Brooklyn Betty. She's joining us. We appreciate you for joining us, Brooklyn Betty. And also Brittany Simone. She's joining us also as well. She's joining us. We appreciate you and thank you so much for that a whole lot. It's very appreciated. But again, let everybody know exactly where to go for nice fire content. So this last subject we're going to discuss, this is another trending topic. G-Man, EQ, B-Dub. We all from Texas. And there's a situation, there are some pictures that's been surfacing about the FREAKNIC.
Let that alone. Let that alone. Somebody, mom and daddy was on them
96,
pictures.
97. What y'all remember the FREAKNIC? FREAKNIC,
Leave that
96,
alone.
97,
The
and
Kappa Beach party.
Kappa Beach Party, and
I ain't never
all
been to
this
neither
stuff that's
one.
coming out.
Y'all leave Kappa
We
Beach
got
out
to
of it.
discuss. We got to talk about it.
G-Man, what you scared of?
Y'all leave Kappa Beach out of it.
What you
Yeah, we
scared
don't
of?
need
I'm
no
glad I
Kappa
ain't never been.
documentary.
Y'all leave Kappa Beach out of it. No, they said FREAKNIC.
Ooh.
Leave it. Y'all see y'all giving up too much. Shut up.
Ooh, cause girls in the club show love.
So
That'll be
Shaking
next.
that. Yeah, y'all know what
Kappa Beach Party next. Y'all leave
what y'all
FREAKNIC.
scared
Leave it
of.
alone.
yeah.
I ain't never
If they
been to
do the
neither
Kappa
one.
Beach party, they got to do it pre 97 and post 2002, and we good.
B-Dub, what you scared of?
I saw EQ popping it for Pimp. I saw that.
You know what? You know what's funny? I mean, I've never been to a Kappa Beach party. I've never been to FREAKNIC, and you know, I wanted to go, but you know, my people they wasn't having that.
No,
So,
I
yeah.
saw you.
You a lie. I'm gonna punch you. I swear I'm gonna punch you in your chin if you don't stop. Cause my baby won't get to see me on Lifetime all tooted. No.
You be like grandma. I ain't know you was. You gonna tell me? You gonna tell me how to do XYZ? Look at you in FREAKNIC. With your, with your swimsuit on and you bending over like you on a what's the name of that dude in Florida? What's his name? The rapper? God,
Luke.
what's Luke? Yeah, like you in a Luke video. What's going on with all that?
Glamour got a bottle of Boone's Farm in her right hand and a bottle of MD 2020 in her left hand. Wasn't me.
Hey, but this is crazy though. Tell me, why are people coming out making confessional videos, trying to get ahead of it? Like, well, I don't. If you see something on that documentary, it's not a reflection of who I am as a person. Like,
you ain't got to explain nobody.
They know what's coming. They know what's coming. They know what's going to come down.
Yeah. Hey, you got your company boss watching you. Like, what's going on?
What B Love say last night? Some of y'all been lose y'all jobs. Like,
no. A lot of them in the pulpit right now.
Shut up! Hey, somebody just posted this on Facebook earlier. It said y'all so worried about FREAKNIC, but what about ChurchNIC?
Right.
So I mean, let's talk about that too. You right, cause honey, never mind. But I mean, cause the same. It's some stuff that's done went down in some of these churches. I mean, let's just tell the truth. I mean, the reason why we can't heal as a race of people, because we've swept a lot of stuff that's going on in our households, in our churches, and in our community. We've swept it under the rug of denial too.
Well,
Because
that rug is pulled back because the first lady is bent over. Okay.
See,
it's gonna come out.
First lady is the first man. Don't play with me. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying.
First lady, first man, whoever, that pulpit, deacon's wife, deacon.
I'm trying to tell you. Okay. And that's the thing, Yeah.
Hey, what if they drop that documentary though? What if we see TD Jakes with some some swim trunks on?
Bougie weirdo do not reflect those.
Hey, that church offering finna drop.
Hey, TD
Walking
Jakes,
around with no shirt on with the python around his neck.
right? Hey,
Man,
TD Jakes start.
I ain't gonna be no
TD,
more
hey,
good.
TD Jakes start in pool snake pit.
Right, man.
Touchdown, Jake. You shut up, Mr. Wardall.
Touchdown, Jakes.
Yeah.
Not
You know what?
reflect those.
I wonder, are they gonna use real names? Are they just gonna blurt
Don't
out?
worry, they don't know your real name.
Shut up! I wasn't even there.
Hey, hey, Ricky Water Rush.
Nah, he wasn't it. He wasn't it. Freaknik.
Oh man, y'all need to cut it out, man. Yeah, y'all need to stop. But yeah, they trying to do a documentary with the FREAKNIC and I think Kappa Party and something else.
No, they ain't no Kappa. Don't shut up.
Okay.
I only
Bring
heard
it up
about the
Kappa. You
FREAKNIC.
keep saying Kappa. No, FREAKNIC. Leave it at FREAKNIC. Everybody's saying they hope they don't bring up Kappa. No.
Yeah, they gonna do a documentary about it or whatever. So that's gonna be interesting to
So
see.
is it gonna be on Lifetime, Hulu, what? I think
Probably
Hulu.
I think it's
Netflix.
Hulu.
Oh, Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu.
Hulu. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of girls with that salt and pepper look. You know, salt and pepper. You know, back in the day was
You
salt and pepper.
miss it.
With the asymmetrical.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, on the cool though, like for real though, serious question. What would y'all do though if you saw a parent or aunt or uncle just wilding out on the documentary?
I'm screenshotting and posting it on Facebook.
Yeah. I was like, damn, that's kind of cool, man. For real. That's cool. Look at you, man.
Yeah, for real though. But what if they a preacher now though? I never look at them the same. For real. Like
that's gonna be a sermon, you know.
Oh yeah.
But things I used to do, I don't do no more.
Yeah. They gonna bring
I don't go to FREAKNIC no more. I like Jesus. Jesus.
I am delivered. There's a lot of people.
Hey, the pastors are working on their sermons for that right now, just in case.
For real.
They get caught up in it. Trust me, they already got one in the queue.
Whoever get exposed on these videos, we all got a part of a story that we don't want told. Like B Love said, hey, it is what it is. You may be done changed, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, that was you then. We was all young and dumb back then, you know. Hey, but I heard it used to go down at the Kappa Beach Port. I don't know, ain't never.
Hey, listen, the worst thing that you can do if it is a pastor or somebody out there that's in some type of over people or a supervisor or a pastor or somebody that's leading the community. If you are out there, they got pictures of you out there. First, the one thing you don't want to do is try to defend it. You know what I mean? You try to defend it, man, it's gonna get bad.
No, I think you should embrace it. I would
embrace it.
I would respect you more.
Right.
Because it humanizes you. Like, this wasn't always me. I was called. I want to be out there to FREAKNIC right now, but God touched me and said, now we're going to do something different. So I'm here. Now let's pass the plate right
I got a question, though.
Make sure you pass that plate.
Right.
To the right.
I got a question. Hey, so if y'all were like a parishioner at one of these churches and your pastor was exposed like that, would y'all leave or would you stay?
No, I wouldn't leave. I'll stay. Yeah, I would stay.
It depends on his response. Like Mr. Nordahl said, now if he come out and try to be all in denial and whatever, then I don't know. I can't rock with it. But I just off seeing it, I wouldn't leave.
Y'all ain't leaving the pastor got the side babies and messing with little boys and all that. Y'all ain't gonna leave.
Shut your mouth. The views.
Exactly.
Yeah, y'all ain't leaving just because he was in FREAKNIC 30 years ago. No, they ain't going nowhere. Okay,
no,
he's gonna deliver a fiery sermon, and all will be well in the world.
Pastor that got caught with his third married
y'all still eight side babies. And everything. Ain't nobody left the church one. So y'all only just use that FREAKNIC one time.
Right.
Yeah, pastor's at the FREAKNIC, but he preached that sermon today. He smelled good, looked good, and everything. Yeah.
He got nice car out there, everything.
Oh, y'all get on my nerves.
Pastor
So we
Show
got
did good that sermon. Yeah,
They
he
can't do no documentary on the Kappa anyway. It'd be boring. I mean, speaking for myself, all the times I went to the Kappa Beach party, everybody just gathered at the beach and held hands and prayed and sang Kumbaya. So
you
I
a
mean, I
lie.
don't know.
Ah.
That ain't
Hey,
worth
let's
putting on the documentary.
let's roll through some of them hotels and motels. Roll the camera footage from there. And we'll see. Come back, Dub. Come back, D Dub. Where you
Yeah.
go to? Come roll some of them footages in some of them rooms, room 203 and 404.
Yeah, having a good time.
Yeah,
You
roll the
sure know a
footage.
lot for somebody that
I ain't never
allegedly ain't never
been.
been to the Kappa.
I Garen God dog gonna tell you.
I
You
was
ain't
just
gonna
about
see
to
me
say the
none.
same thing.
You sure
The
got the
devil is a
info.
lie. Now, if you talk about some of these rooms in Corsicana, I might be able to testify. But I ain't never been to the Kappa Beach party. Oh, I ain't got no shame in my game, honey. I can tell my own story. But I ain't never been Kappa Beach or Freaknik. Never, ever, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and anything I ever done, I own it. I ain't shame. So shoot, you ain't got no heaven or hell to put me in out of now. Shoot.
I hear y'all.
White Jesus, forgive me if black Jesus don't. Now let me stop. White Jesus
See
gonna
that now
forgive
you
me
playing
after
for
what
real,
y'all
for
say.
real.
Now
Oh,
let me stop. Let me stop on one. Let me stop for real. Let me quit,
oh
Jesus.
man, you
Let
crazy.
me
You
quit.
crazy. All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and close this one with up, man. Y'all got some last remarks, so we go ahead and get this one out the way. EQ, B Dub, G Man.
It's
Own
been
it,
good,
man.
y'all. It's been
Don't be
good.
ashamed. Don't be ashamed that you was busting it open and popping it.
You was
That
part of
was
the
your
party.
life at that time.
That's right. You had a good time, I hope.
You
Well,
stupid.
the Burning Codes give you the bag moment. Hey, we're gonna definitely say this. Watch your money. Watch how you spend your money. Watch
Yes,
it.
sir.
Make sure you take care of your money and get what you need, not what you want. So take care of that. So now that you got the bag, what you guys gonna definitely do with it. So that being said, we are the Burning Codes Podcast. We say thank you for joining the show. We definitely appreciate you guys' love and support and adulations. And we will definitely see you guys next Tuesday for episode number 48 of Brandon Cole's podcast. We will definitely see you guys again. We appreciate you guys for joining the show. I go by the name of Mr. Know It All. We have Bougie Weirdo, First Lady Educated Queen, and we got our guy G Man and also B Love. We will see you guys for another beautiful episode next Tuesday, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on the Brandon Coles podcast. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.